Okay, Impact Wrestling. I'm not feeling well. I got caught in the rain now, not once in the last couple of weeks, not twice. I've been caught in the rain 3 times, and I've been sick with like getting sneezing, coughing, lucky nothing serious, and I'm cranky. I am not going to hold back on Impact Wrestling. I am telling you right now, I'm going to tell you generally what's happened, and then I'm going to tear them a new one because they've acted pretty damn stupid on pretty much this last show. Next week's supposed to be a recap, from what I understand. Before New Year's, it's supposed to be a recap. So this is it. This is the last show. I'm not going to hold. I'm not going to be nice to them. You can hear me. I am annoyed, guys. This show, yes, has some things in it that were good, and I will not take anything away from them. But I'm going to tell you right now, if Impact does not learn the damn lesson right now, I know one of my subscribers always says Impact just doesn't seem to get it. They always shoot themselves in the foot. Dude, you can't say that anymore. You know why? Because they haven't shot themselves in the foot. They shot themselves in the freaking head. Because when you watch this show, it was freaking stupid for most of it. Yes, there were some things in it that were good that leads towards Hard to Kill on the 13th. I will not take anything from it. But I'm telling you now, Impact didn't shoot themselves in the damn foot. They shot themselves in the damn head because they're so fucking stupid. Let's move on. We get the Knockouts Tag Championships, Death Dolls, where they're doing the Freebird rule all of a sudden because guess what? It's not going to be Jessica and Taya. It is now Jessica and Rosemary. Well, it would be kind of nice if they would act like the Freebirds. And most people say, well, yeah, they are kind of acting like Freebirds. No, they're not. They've been arguing between each other. If they were like New Day or the Freebirds, there wouldn't be no damn arguments. So them having the Freebird rule all of a sudden, that it don't work for me. I'm sorry. And then you have Deonna Purrazzo and Gazelle Shaw with Vidal. I can't remember Ray Vidal. I believe that's his name. I can't remember his first name. I'm glad to see that Vidal is working with Shaw. I have no problem with him working with her. It actually fits her character. No problem. And one of my subscribers said, hey, do you know that Shaw is actually dating Scott D'Amore? Is he bi? I wonder if he is. And a little bit of giggle. For me personally, I don't care. It don't matter. That's a female now. He's in love with her. That's his girlfriend. So be it. I don't care. Just write her properly. That's what I care about. Write him properly. That's what I care about. Honestly, if he's bi, if he's straight, I don't care. Was the match fine? It was fine. Moving on. We get Mike Bailey versus Uemura. I can't remember the guy's first name. I'm sorry. I am really blanking right now because I'm not feeling well. Was this the best match of the night? Yes, it was. It was the best match of the night. Do you wonder how far they're going to go with Speedball now that he is not in contention right now with the, not about to say knockouts, with the X Division? I don't know. Trey's not going to drop that title too soon. His new persona needs time. It would be stupid for him to drop it right now. It makes no sense. If they do it, it's dumb. So I don't see Speedball going after the world title too soon, and I don't see him going after the X Division. Maybe he will go into the tag, but he's going to have to find someone he can work with. I'm just saying. Now, I know I could say something about Kenny King. I'm not going to because I don't know where they're going with Kenny. So I'm leaving it. Maclin versus Rich Strong. Well, this is one of the better things I've seen for Steve Maclin. He has a perfect gripe. He's pissed because at this point, after everything he's done, why doesn't he have a title shot for the world title? I've been saying for a while now, if anyone has heard me, Steve Maclin should have got the X Division title. I don't care what you say about, he's not an X Division guy. It's not the point. They're not going to do anything with him right now, and he is one of the people they can do something with. So throw the damn title on him. He's not getting the Digital Media Championship. Give him the X Division. That's the mid card. Give it to him, but they haven't done it. So at this point, the only thing they can do is show him as legitimately pissed that he's not gotten the fairness. And yes, he's questionable. if he's a fair guy. But as a former soldier, he don't play around. And the match ends in a double countout because he's so angry and he's just annoyed that he doesn't get what he wants. They DQ'd it. Not DQ'd, you see him tired. I'm just saying this was a good segment for him and Rich. And they were fighting one another. The ref was strangled at one point by Maclin. I don't have the shot. I don't even think I'm doing shots here. I liked it because it makes something of Maclin. As I've always said, this is not about someone always getting a title. Yes, I said Maclin should get a title because he needs relevance. You want to be relevant in the wrestling business more than have a title. But in Impact Wrestling, as I've always said, Impact has a major issue. Their writing sucks. The only time when they make you relevant is when either you do basically hardcore matches in most cases, or fighting in a title, or because you have not gotten the fairness you want to be in the title contention, you can't. So this is at least something. Next, when it comes to Jordynne Grace and Mickie James versus Tasha and Savannah Evans, I'm going to say this. Just like the other matches here, these matches were not bad. They were not bad. I'm telling you right now, all the matches that actually happened were not bad. This was not the issue here. It is the booking that is stupid. This match, unlike the Maclin and Rich Swann, which looks like it could be interesting because Rick Swann is now pissed at Maclin for beating the crap out of him and basically double counting out their match. And Macklin's mad because he's not getting anywhere, even though he's proven he deserves a title shot at this point. Here, this match was dumb. You're saying through your commentary team of Tom and Matthew that Mickie, if she loses this match, doesn't get hard to kill. She doesn't get it. But then you're doing two things here. Instead of it just having a regular match where if she loses, she can't, you're also doing can they coexist? And when the match was over and you know who won, there's no way she wasn't going to win with the help of a Jordynne Grace. They have an argument, and guess what? Mickie gets mad because Jordynne helped her. Jordynne says you needed it, and then Mickie kicks her in the damn face and pisses off, and they end it that way. It wasn't necessary. Either you let Mickie have that match, or you wait until the beginning of next year, the first show of Impact, to have the Tasha Steelz match with Mickie James. Make this more important with Mickie James and Jordynne Grace. No, you just throw them into a damn match and do exactly what Vince McMahon would do. I'm sorry. That's where it looks. Now, let's get the video packages done. I know I'm not forgetting about Skylar and Hunch when it came to Bully Ray. That was not a match. I will get to it in a minute. But Motor City Machine Guns talks to the major players, and Heath and Rhino say, you guys want, Heath and Slater want a rematch. The major players want a match. And they went over to Scott, supposedly, and said, you know what, you guys want something, we're going to give you a match. We're going to have an eliminator, basically an eliminator 4-way at Hard to Kill. And Bay and Ace, who have now been doing something in New Japan Pro Wrestling where they've already beaten, and I have to say I was very happy to see, yes, it was the same repeat as before, which shows that Impact Wrestling or New Japan Pro Wrestling is a little bit stingy on giving new, more up-to-date video pack. It could be New Japan Pro Wrestling that did that, or it could be Impact Wrestling, who's damn lazy and didn't want to do any more editing because New Japan said, if you need more stuff when it comes to Chris Bay and Ace Austin, we got it for you. And say, oh no, we're good. And you don't give something new when you're now making it clear that these guys have literally, yes, they gave a little bit extra with the match that they've done, gone up against the junior heavyweight tag champions of New Japan Pro Wrestling, IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion. Wouldn't it have been nice to get a little bit more newer matches they've shown? Because that's the same match I've seen before. And the only thing they did was just update a little bit with a couple of extra videos, scenes of them in that inserted. They couldn't even bother to give us something new to make it feel even more relevant that these guys are busting their ass and representing Impact Wrestling and New Japan Pro Wrestling. Now, next, let's get to Sami Callihan. This is where it gets very interesting. I've actually said this months ago before Eric Young left. Wouldn't it be better if Eric Young and Sami Callihan came together? They kind of played off of that right here, where Sami calls out the design, calls out Deaner, who, I gotta say this, my throat's hurting, sorry. I got no fever. If anybody's wondering, dude, you got a fever? No, I don't have any. And I've sneezed my head off, so I'm fine. But Deaner, at this point, needs a little more time to really grow into being a leader of the design. He doesn't feel it yet. Look, I never hated Deaner. He's got a good character. But now he's the lead. He's never been the lead. So he was always here when it came to Eric. By the end of it, he's now here. Now he needs to learn how to be here. This is Eric Young. This was Deaner. Now he's going to learn. So he's going to be growing this next year if they book it correctly. And Sami said, look, I'm not wanting to fight you. And I'm not running away. I want to join the design. How can the design, not how can I make the design better? How can the design make things work with me? Trying to make it about himself. How can you not want me? And pretty much, Deaner didn't go into it, basically jamming his fingers into his eyes and then laying him out. Now, mind you, that could still lead to Sami joining the design, but it doesn't mean it does. It's ambivalent right now. He could or couldn't, because when it came to Deaner, remember, Deaner got beaten and submitted into becoming the true design of Eric Young. He had to be beaten into it. So maybe they may do it, they may not, I don't know. Let's move on. There was no Moose. I'm kind of wish there was, but even if he was there, what would he do? Is he going to go after Joe Hendricks? I'm just saying. The Skylar and my friend, I know he's there, Skylar and Hunch versus a Johnny Swinger and the Ziggy Dice did not happen. The moment they heard Bully Ray's music, they ran for it. Skylar supposed got laid out. Hunch got zip-tied onto the ring, and he was about to lay him out until he called out Josh to try and save him. Josh comes out, saves him, unclip him from the zip, and guess what? Skylar, as well as Hunch, hold him, they zip-tie him, and then Tommy, who wanted to be forgiven by Josh beforehand, which he did just to get him out of his hair, comes out to try and save him, gets laid out by Bully with a chair, well, with a ladder, and then got nailed on top of that with a chair. So we know Tommy's fine. The ladder absorbed the entire thing. And now we're going to get a match that is a Full Metal Mayhem match at Hard to Kill. Was this effective? Yes. Did Josh sound okay at the end asking for the Full Metal Mayhem match? Yeah, he was fine. But what would I rather have seen? I'd rather have seen Tommy turn heel to make things a little more interesting. I'm just saying. Bully is doing exactly what he's supposed to do, and it's fine. But I think the interesting thing would have been Tommy turning heel. Having Tommy stay face at this point, he doesn't need it at this point. It would be nice to see him turn heel for a little while and then turn back to face. I think it would be a nice change in dynamic for himself and Impact Wrestling. A nice change from being a 30-year-old face. I'm just saying. Let's see. Let's see. Eddie talking about Gretchen and Alicia telling him when they meet, and this is Eddie and Gretchen at Hard to Kill. She makes it clear, you need to beat him to end this so we can move on with our lives. I agree with this. It's fine. I wish there was a stipulation going into that match that maybe Eddie would go away or something for a little while. But it's okay. I'm not having a problem. Now. Okay, I had to change my battery because literally the camera was about to die. I've now finished my explanation of what happened in this last Impact. I'll tell you it wasn't a bad show, but there were many decisions here that just didn't make any damn sense. But here's the thing that completely ruined the show for me, which I said earlier in this video that, like one of the subscribers who's a cool guy, how you doing, man? He always says, Impact just never gets it right. They always shoot themselves in the foot. And I said right now, they're not shooting themselves in the foot anymore. They're shooting themselves in the damn head. Here's the thing. You watch Impact. Go watch it for yourself. Watch how whoever is running production and creative are the most stupidest people you can see. You would think, I say this multiple times, when you watch this show, I don't even know if I'll have any images in here. I may just put one image, and here it is. This is the one image I'm going to put. And this is an overhead shot to the side of the ring. I don't know who's going to be in it. Maybe it'll be Mickie James and Tasha Steelz fighting. This was a good shot. It could also be what happened with Jessica dealing with Deonna Purrazzo. I don't remember. One of them. Guys, for over 2 years and more, Impact Wrestling has had a severe problem with management, which also covers in production. At this point, where we've been hearing that certain things are about to happen for Impact, they've been looking for a new network. They now have gone on, what was it called? Salal or something that's supposed to be more international. You would think, knowing full well that you're going to be on a new platform that is more international reach than you would normally have, and understand, people still go to the Fightful app, the Fight app. No, Fight TV app, I'm sorry. I'm tired. But they have the Fight TV app. They have YouTube and the Ultimate Insider. You now have another platform that is international that you're doing. You're also having some stuff on Pluto TV. They also have it there. Even though they make no money, they also show it there. You would think they would understand that you are catering more to people watching on a damn fucking camera than in the damn venues that you basically pay to not pay, but basically make a date, go there, have tickets, pay for the venue, and also maybe make a little bit of scratch for yourself. You would think they would understand that the venue is only there for this fucking camera that's in front of them. And after nearly 2.5 I don't know how long, over 2 to 2.5 years, they have had the same stupid people working there. And I know in the beginning of the year, they had new people come in. Lance Storm came in. Another couple of people came in. People that are supposed to make Impact more interesting. Really. Motherfucker, this is what you get. What did you get throughout the entire show? Don't just go by what I'm telling you. If anyone looks at this show, look at this review, and they say, oh, this is how bad Impact is, don't listen to me. Go watch the fucking show for this particular episode. Tell me how bad the camera work was to the point where they were like this for most of the time. As I've always said, like what happened in NXT when it came to Booker T's promotion, and where he was there, and he's so happy that Roxy or Roxanne Perez is now NXT champion. She went through his developmental, which is also promotion. I've always complained that he never understood that, yes, this is a developmental promotion, but you have to make it easy for people to see. If you're letting people watch it, or even better, wrestlers you're training need to be able to see what they're doing in your damn ring. Just being told this is how bad it is, but you can't even see it on the damn camera that's recording it, shows how completely and totally irresponsible you are. And we're hearing that Impact Wrestling is beginning to try and make some moves, trying to find a new network. They actually get another network that's international for streaming. And they're still being loved on YouTube. They're still being loved on Twitter. Bull fucking shit. If you can't do this correctly, you can't do this. And also, which makes this even more apparent, If anyone says that the audience didn't have canned pops or canned heat, you can fuck yourselves. Because guess what? If you watched it on Access TV like I did, and they showed an old clip of the first time that, guess who? Hulk Hogan showed up in TNA and say, "Hello, my TNA maniacs." You hear the same fucking woman screaming exactly the same way. How many years was it when he came in? What, 2009, 2010? It has been 12 years with the same freaking women screaming, "Ah!" The same fucking voice at the same tone at the same time when something happens. That's post-production, guys. They're doing exactly what WWE does. Tell me, what has Impact done differently in this last freaking year? Only one thing they've done a little bit different, and that is the overhead shots for this one show. That was for the first match, and that was for the Knockouts Tag Titles. That did a little bit more of showing a little bit more of the ring overhead, but to the side overhead. Well, to the side, over the ref, over the wrestlers while they did their business. That's it. I am sick and tired of this. Look, I still love Impact Wrestling. If someone says don't watch it, screw you. I'm going to keep watching it because I actually love it. But I am one of those people that's got to call it out. I called out what's been going on in WWE. And look what happened. I said be very wary, even though JD, Just Alex, and everybody else said when this happened with Vince leaving and Triple H takeover, everyone said this is going to be great. He's gone. Yeah, it's not going to be perfect, but don't worry, it's going to be great. Look what's been going on. Vince wants to come back. Look what happened with Mandy Rose. She's gone. Yes, she might have had her reasons, and I will do a gut report on it, but there you go. She's gone. When it comes down to it, you know there's something happening in WWE. AEW, I've called it out for months and years that AEW was not right for the women. And everyone mostly said, hey, have some patience. And I did. And now everyone's complaining like me. And I did it earlier than anyone because not only did I give you reasons for it, you could see it yourself. And now here's Impact Wrestling. They're supposed to start doing some really good stuff this coming year. But if their production team acts like this, and you literally couldn't see what was going on, and they wanted to be more cinematic. Guys, this is what they were doing. I'm going to break this down. I'm going to break this down to you why they keep doing the cameras so tightly. Next to having small amount of people in the venue, because they could have easily used wide shots like this. A wide shot. You can see this. They do it like this because they're worried about people at home seeing the venue with not that many people there. That's the reason why the venue always has that low lights and tight camera angles along with canned pops of the same women, not just women, because yes, there are women that do yell and scream at these venues. No one's saying they don't. But when you hear the same tone from the same voice over and over again, and for someone like me who just watched it on Access TV and heard the same woman's voices, not just one, but multiple, on the debut of Hulk Hogan, who came into TNA back around 2009 to 10, what do you think? Motherfucker, they are so stupid. They don't understand. They want to try and make things look good. You think people don't notice when you start recycling the same stupidness? You say you're doing something different. You're doing nothing different. It doesn't make a difference. As I said before, how many people come in? It's still the majority of people that's still there that make the final decision. And I don't care if it's Gail Kim. I don't care if it's Jimmy Jacob. I don't care if it's Scott himself or anyone else, even Tommy. If you cannot change your stuff and you rehash absolutely everything over again, including canned pops of women screaming, where have you learned anything? As I said to the guy who always says, dude, Impact Wrestling can't get it right. They always shoot themselves in the foot. You can't say that anymore. After this show, where you should not, literally should not have Jordynne Grace deal with a Mickie James in a tag match before they go off and have a vacation. There was no point in it. They could have just had a regular match or left it until when the year rolled over. No, they just had to do something so the people would have something there, and they just rehash motion what they do and do the can they coexist of Vince and Kenny McMahon. Kiss my ass. And I still love them. I still love Impact. The people there are busting their asses trying to make everything work. I'm complaining about the people who do creative and the people who do production, not the wrestlers themselves. They're busting their asses there. Peace.